الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الناصح الأمين. اللهم صل على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد. يا عباد الله, if not in Ramadan, then when? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. Allah Ta'ala, He says, and verily and indeed we have made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will remember or receive admonition? This is a very powerful question. Is there any who will then remember or receive an admonition? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, لَقَدْ مَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ بَعَثَ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا مِنْ أَنفُسِهِمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةَ وَإِنْ كَانُوا مِنْ قَبْلُ لَفِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. Allah Ta'ala, He says what means, and verily Allah has favored the believers, has bestowed a great bounty upon the believers. O believers, istami'u, pay close attention, listen attentively. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is informing us that He has bestowed upon us a great bounty when He sent amongst them a messenger from themselves, who recited to them His verses, and who purified them, and who taught them the book, and who taught them the hikmah, and who taught them that which before then they did not know, that which before they were in a state of manifest error. Before our lives were enriched and touched by the kitab and the sunnah, human beings were in error, manifest error, were clearly astray. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent to them a messenger from amongst themselves, who recited unto them His verses, who purified them and taught them the book and the sunnah. And before that state, what was the state of mankind? They were astray. Ya ibad, if not in Ramadan, then when? When are we going to take advantage? When are we going to become serious about this bounty in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent to us? When are we going to take the Qur'an seriously? When are we going to be of those who constantly read the Qur'an? When are we going to be of those who constantly are studying the Qur'an? When are we going to be of those who are constantly striving to live their lives in accordance to the Qur'an? When are we going to be of those who are benefiting and living their lives according to that which the Prophet ﷺ came with from the kitab and from the hikmah meaning his sunnah alayhi salatu wassalam? When are we going to be of those who adorn ourselves with the Islamic legislation? When are we going to be of those who adorn ourselves with the etiquettes and the manners of the Muslims? If not in Ramadan, then when? When are we going to take the Qur'an seriously? If not in Ramadan, then when? When are we going to take the sunnah seriously? If not in Ramadan, then when? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, تَنْزِيلُ الْكِتَابِ مِنَ اللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَكِيمِ. The book that has been sent down from Allah, the most powerful, the one with all the wisdom. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابِ. Verily we have sent down to you the book, بِالْحَقِّ, in truth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has sent down the Qur'an. He has sent down the Qur'an in truth. فَاعْبُدِ اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. So therefore worship Allah alone, having all of your religion sincerely for Allah and to Allah Ta'ala alone. Allah Ta'ala, He says, قُلْ نَزَّلَهُ رُوحُ الْقُدُسِ مِنْ رَبِّكَ. And say that the Ruh al-Qudus, He has came with it from your Lord. He has come down with it from your Lord. Bil-haq, in truth. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is explaining to us, making it clear to us that the Qur'an was sent down in truth. Those who are looking for truth, those who are hungry for the truth, then you will find it in the Qur'an, you will find it in the Sunnah, you will find it in Islam. Allah Ta'ala, He says, لِيُثَبِّتَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَهُدَى وَبُشْرَى لِلْمُسْلِمِينَ. So as to make firm, the Qur'an was sent down, the Sunnah was sent down, so as to make firm what? So as to make firm those who believe. To make firm those who believe. A guidance and a glad tiding. For who? For the Muslims. For those who submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those who submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those who strive with their utmost, with their earnest, to take their desires and put them to the back burner. Those who strive to take their desires, their wants, their craves, and to put it to the back burner. And to put in front of it, and to police their desires by what? By that which Allah Ta'ala has revealed. To police their desires by the Qur'an. To police their desires by the Sunnah as understood by the Salaf of this Ummah. Those who strive to submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the true meaning of what it means to submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who submit themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by implementing the Tawheed, by being compliant to His rules and regulations and His Sharia. Those who free themselves from shirk and the people of shirk, those who are Muslim, then the Qur'an is a guidance for them, is a glad tidings for the Muslim. Allah Ta'ala, He says in another ayah, قُلْ مَنْ كَانَ عَدُوًا لِجِبْرِيلٍ. And say to them, whoever is an enemy to Jibreel, whoever is an enemy to Jibreel, alayhi salatu wassalam. Allah Ta'ala, He says, قُلْ مَنْ كَانَ عَدُوًا لِجِبْرِيلٍ فَإِنَّهُ نَزَّلَهُ عَلَى قَلْبِكَ بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ وَهُدَى وَبُشْرَى لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah Ta'ala, He says what means, and say, whoever is an enemy to Jibreel, then verily he brings it down to your heart by the permission of Allah. That which confirms that which is between His hands, a guidance and a glad tiding for the believers. Those who truly believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who have iman. Allah Ta'ala, He says, Hamim, Tanzilul Kitabi min Allah al-Aziz al-Alim. Allah Ta'ala, He says what means Hamim. The book that has been sent down from Allah, the one who is all powerful, the one who is all knowledgeable. Allah Ta'ala, He says, قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا غَيْرَ ذِي عِوَجٍ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. Allah Ta'ala, He says, the Qur'an, the Arabic Qur'an, that doesn't contain therein any type of crookedness, that does not have in it any type of crookedness, so that perhaps they will attain piety, so that perhaps they will become of those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala, He says, تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي نَزَّلَ الْفُرْقَانَ عَلَى عَبْدِهِ لِيَكُونَ لِلْعَالَمِينَ نَظِيرًا. Allah Ta'ala, He says what means, and blessed is He, all glory to Him, and blessed is He who has sent down the Furqan, who has sent down the criterion, that which makes distinct the truth from the falsehood, that which by way of it a person he's able to distinguish and identify and know the difference between what is right and what is wrong, what is true and what is falsehood, what is correct and what is erroneous, so on and so forth. He sent it down upon His slave so that it will be a warner for mankind. So that it will be a warner for mankind. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has sent down to us a tremendous blessing. Allah ta'ala, by sending down the Qur'an, He has showed us the way that leads to the Jannah. He has showed us what not to do by showing us the way that leads to the hellfire and making it prohibited upon us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has blessed us with a tremendous blessing. So when are we going to become serious about this blessing? If not in Ramadan, then when? Allah ta'ala, He says, الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا قيما لينذر بأسا شديدا من لدنه ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا حسنا ماكثين فيه أبدا وينذر الذين قالوا اتخذ الله ولدا ما لهم به من علم ولا لآبائهم كبرت كلمة تخرج من أفواههم أن يقولون إلا كذبا. Allah Ta'ala, He says, and all praise and thanks belong to Allah, who has sent down upon His slave the book wherein there is no crookedness. He has sent down the book wherein there is no crookedness, that which is correct, that which is upright, that which is straight, in order to warn mankind, in order to be a warner of a tremendously shadeed, a tremendously great and grievous chastisement that will come from Him, and also to give glad tidings to the believers, those who work righteous good deeds, that verily they will have for them a great, a most handsome, a most excellent reward, wherein they shall remain therein forever, meaning the Jannah. For the believers, for them is the reward of which they will stay therein forever. For the kuffar, it is that tremendously powerful, awful chastisement which Allah Ta'ala, He has warned them from, which is the hellfire, where the kafir, he will be therein forever. Allah Ta'ala, He says, to warn those who say that Allah has taken a son. The Qur'an has come down to rectify the belief and the creed of the human beings, to rectify and show them that which is correct, and to show them that which is incorrect, so that they may run away from it, so that they may stay away from it, so that they could divorce themselves from it, so they can free themselves from it. Allah Ta'ala, He says what means, and to warn those who say that Allah has taken a son. Allah Ta'ala, He explains the reality of this situation. Those who make this claim, be they from the Jews, be they from the Christians, be they from whoever, those who say that Allah has taken a son, Allah Ta'ala, He says, verily they have no knowledge of this. They're speaking out of pure ignorance. They're speaking out of the epitome of ignorance. They have no knowledge of this, nor do their fathers. They had no knowledge of this, nor did their fathers have any knowledge of this. They spoke out of ignorance, just like their forefathers spoke out of ignorance. Allah Ta'ala, He says, and most great, most tremendous, most heinous is their statement. Most heinous, most tremendous is this statement which comes from out their mouths. Verily, they are saying nothing but lies. Allah Jalla wa Ala, He's informing us that they are saying nothing but lies. The Qur'an has to shape our creed. The Sunnah has to shape our creed, our belief, our aqeedah, our minhaj. If not in Ramadan, then when? Allah Ta'ala, He says, Alif Lam Mim, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah Ta'ala, He says, Alif Lam Mim, this is the book in which there is no doubt therein. A guidance for the believers, a guidance for those who fear Allah, a guidance for those who have taqwa. Allah Ta'ala, He tells us, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind, قَدْ جَاءَتْكُمْ مَوْعِظَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ. Verily there has come to you an admonition from your Lord. وَشِفَاءٌ لِمَا فِي الصُّدُورِ, and a healing for that which is inside of the chest. وَهُدَى, and a guidance. وَرَحْمَةٌ, and a mercy. لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, for those who truly believe. For those who truly believe. Allah Ta'ala not just He has sent down this guidance to us, but He has also safeguarded this guidance. Allah Ta'ala, He says, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. That verily we have sent down the reminder, and verily we are over it a protector. Allah Ta'ala has protected the Qur'an. Allah Ta'ala has protected and safeguarded the Qur'an. قال إمام ابن القيم رحمه الله تعالى حفظه من الزيادة والنقصان والتبديل وحفظ معانيه من التحريف كما حفظ ألفاظه من التبديل. Imam Ibn Qayyim, he says that he has protected it from any type of increase. Likewise, he has protected it from any type of decrease. The Qur'an has not been added to, nor has it been taken away from. So not just Allah Ta'ala has sent down to us this great bounty, this great blessing, but He has also protected it, Jalla wa Ala, from any type of increase and from any type of decrease, and likewise from any type of alterations. Allah Ta'ala has also protected its meanings from being corrupted and from being changed, just as He protected its words from being changed. This is a great bounty. We have to be thankful to Allah Ta'ala and grateful to Allah Ta'ala for blessing us with this tremendous bounty. We have to become of those who are serious about the Qur'an, serious about reading it, serious about learning it, serious about memorizing it, serious about living in accordance to it, serious about shaping their lives in accordance to it. Those who are serious about the deen of Islam, serious about the Sunnah, living their lives in accordance to the Sunnah. If not in Ramadan, then when? أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. To give us some type of understanding, because it's easy for us to come with the word and to say, oh no, we're serious about the Qur'an, we're serious, we want to be serious in Ramadan, we're going to be serious outside of Ramadan. Some of us may come and say we're serious all year round, we're serious. So we want to use as our measuring stick the Imams of the past. The Imams of the past. And we want to compare us and what we do to what they used to do. And then we'll see who's serious and who's not. We'll see what improvement needs to be done, and so on and so forth. And we want to look at just an aspect. And we want to look at how they used to read the Qur'an. Just an aspect of what it means to be serious about the Qur'an. Because I don't want you to believe that being serious about the Qur'an means that you just read it a lot. This is an aspect of it. An aspect of it. But you have to be of those who are learning it, studying it, striving to understand it, contemplating over it, reflecting over it, living in accordance to it. This is what is needed. But let us look at the aspect of reading, and let us compare ourselves. كان الأسود بن يزيد يختم القرآن في رمضان في كل ليلتين. Aswad bin Yazid, he used to complete reading the Qur'an in Ramadan. In Ramadan, he will complete reading the Qur'an, read the whole Qur'an in Ramadan every 2 nights. Every 2 nights. وَكَانَ يَنَامُ بَيْنَ الْمَغْرِبِ وَالْعِشَاءِ. He will only sleep between Maghrib and Isha. This is when he will sleep, between Maghrib and Isha. وَكَانَ يَخْتِمُ الْقُرْآنِ فِي غَيْرِ رَمَضَانِ. And in other than Ramadan, outside of Ramadan, he used to complete the Qur'an في كل 6 ليالي. He would complete the Qur'an outside of Ramadan every 6 days, every 6 nights he would complete it. وكان سعيد بن جبير يختم القرآن في رمضان في كل ليلتين. And Sa'id ibn Jubair in Ramadan, he would complete the Qur'an every 2 nights. Every 2 nights. وقال أبو عوانة شهدت قتادة يدرس القرآن في رمضان. And Abu Juyaanee, he said that I witnessed Qatada studying vigorously the Qur'an in Ramadan. وَكَانَ قَتَادَ, the one who used to study vigorously the Qur'an, also يختم القرآن في السبع. He used to finish the Qur'an every 7 days. Every 7 days. This was when? Outside of Ramadan. وَإِذَا جَاءَ رَمَضَانَ خَتَمَ كُلْ ثَلَاثٍ. And when Ramadan came, he would complete reading the Qur'an every 3 days. Not just did he vigorously study the Qur'an in Ramadan, but every 3 days he will complete its reading. Every 3 days. This was in the first 20 days of Ramadan. فَإِذَا جَاءَ الْعَشْرُ خَتَمَ كُلَّ لَيْلَةٍ. But when the last 10 days came, he will finish it every night. Every night. وقال الربيع بسليمان كان الشافعي يختم القرآن في شهر رمضان 60 ختمة. And that Imam al-Shafi'i, as al-Rabi'a, he informs us that Imam al-Shafi'i, he used to complete the Qur'an in Ramadan 60 times. 60 times he would complete it. وفي كل الشهر, and every other month of the year 30 ختمة, and every other month of the year he would complete it 30 times. 30 times. وكان محمد بن إسماعيل البخاري, إمام البخاري, يختم في رمضان في النهار كل يوم ختمة. And Imam Bukhari inside Ramadan, he will finish reading the Qur'an every day. Every day he will finish reading the Qur'an. You see the Salaf. وقال إمام ابن الرجب, he said إنما ورد النهي عن قراءة القرآن في أقل من 3 على مداومة. He said, and verily there has comes a prohibition in reading the Qur'an in less than 3 days. He said, but this is only upon consistency. To be consistent in reading it in less than 3 days. He said, وعلى ذلك فأما في الأوقات المفضلة كشهر رمضان خصوصا الليالي التي يطلب فيها ليلة القدر وفي الأماكن المفضلة كمكة لمن دخلها من غير أهلها فيستحب الإكثار فيها من تلاوة القرآن. He said that with regards to those time frames that have superiority, like the month of Ramadan, and in particular those nights wherein a person he is seeking Laylatul Qadr, likewise in those places that have superiority, like Mecca for example, for those who enter into it but they are not from those who live in it, then it is preferable for them that they increase in reciting the Qur'an, that they increase in reciting the Qur'an اغتنام للزمان, so as to take full advantage of the time wal makan, and to take full advantage of the place. So let us be of those who take advantage. Let us be of those who take advantage. Let's take advantage now. If we don't take advantage now in Ramadan, then when? If not in Ramadan, then when? Take advantage of what remains from your life. وقال الحسن البصري رحمه الله تعالى, he said, يا ابن آدم إنما أنت أيام إذا ذهب يوم ذهب بعضه. He says, O son of Adam, verily you are nothing but a days. You are nothing but a collection or some number of days. That's all you are. You are nothing but a bunch of days. Every time a day goes, some of you goes. Every time a day leaves, a portion of you leaves. وقال رحمه الله تعالى الدنيا 3 أيام. And he said that the world is only 3 days. أما الأمس فقد ذهب بما فيه. With regards to yesterday, it has left with that which is therein. Yesterday is gone, it left. Whatever is there is there. There's no going back. وأما غدا, with regards to tomorrow, فلعلك لا تدركه, then perhaps you won't see it. With regards to tomorrow, maybe you won't see it. وأما اليوم فَلَكَ فَعْمَلْ فِيهِ. But in regards to today, today is for you, so work diligently in it. Then right now, the present is for you. So work. Don't wait. The future may not come. وَقَالَ إِمَامُ الْقَيِّمِ. And Imam al-Qayyim, he said, to show us how despicable it is for us to waste our time and to lollygag. He said, إِضَاعَةُ الْوَقْتِ أَشَدُّ مِنَ الْمَوْتِ لأن أضاعة الوقت تقطعك عن الله والدار الآخرة والموت يقطعك عن الدنيا وأهلها. He said that the wasting of time is more severe than death. Imam Ibn Qayyim, he said wasting time is more severe than death. How we be wasting our time when we can benefit our time by reading the Qur'an, contemplating over the Qur'an, studying the Qur'an, so on and so forth. But we do what? We waste our time playing around online, lollygagging, playing games 100 hours a day, so on and so forth, playing around, wasting our time. He said wasting of time is more severe than death. To waste your time is worse than death. Why? He said because wasting your time separates you from Allah and it separates you from the hereafter. When you waste time, it separates you from Allah and it separates you from the hereafter. Instead of remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, supplicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, instead of doing that, you're playing around doing something else. So it separates you from Allah Ta'ala and it separates you from the hereafter. Separates you from seeking and striving for a better hereafter, to have the good of the hereafter. He said, but with regards to death, well then death only separates you from this world and the people of this world. Death only separates you from this worldly life and the people in this worldly life. So don't be of those who waste time, but let us be of those who are diligent. Let us be of those who take our lives seriously. Let us be of those who take our days seriously. Let us be of those who take our seconds and our minutes and our hours seriously. Let us be of those who are seriously preparing. Let us be of those who are serious about the Qur'an, those who are serious about the Sunnah, those who are serious about the way of the Salaf, those who are serious about studying the Qur'an, reading the Qur'an, contemplating over the Qur'an, living in accordance with the Qur'an, those who are serious about memorizing the Qur'an, those who are serious about the Sunnah, contemplating over the Sunnah, reading the Sunnah, memorizing the Sunnah, living our lives in accordance to the Sunnah. Those who are serious about the way of the Salaf, those who learn about the Salaf, read their biographies, take them as examples, try to be like them, try to imitate them. Those who strive to be upon their way and to be as they were. Those who are serious about their lives. Because if not in Ramadan, then when? أقيموا الصلاة.